Movavi.
What's up, yo? This is another RUR Media Productions. I am your host, Daryl. I know it's plain, whatever. Who cares? But let's get to it. This is for entertainment purposes only. Not only is it entertainment purposes only, there will be no bullying, no intimidation, and fair use. If I use somebody's content, I will use it within the confines of the law. Now, let's get to it. I've been watching a lot of things lately. I haven't really been putting out a whole lot of content. And there's a reason behind all of this. Because as I'm trying to put something out, I see something else. And then I see something else. But then I see something else. And I see something else. So you know what I decided to do? I decided to do one nice little wrap up on a subject that I really love to talk about. That's battle rap. And the reason being is because it's been a lot going on in battle rap that's not per se in the ring battle rap. It's been outside the ring of in the realms of battle rap. I'm not talking the drama. I'm talking to people saying that battle rap ain't what it used to be and so on and so forth. And just to walk you down the street, I want to ask this question. I want to ask this one question. Is Jay Mills, or was Jay Mills, the prelude to the resurrection of battle rap? I know it's a lot to take in, but let me repeat myself.
Was Jay Mills the prelude to the resurrection of battle rap?
It's a simple question, but it's complex at the same time. The reason I'm saying that is because at the time when Jay Mill sparked this whole thing of diss tracks, going at battle rappers on beat. I mean, I know they do it. I know they got, verbal combat and all that other type of stuff. But I'm talking about he was hitting the mainstream battle rappers, starting with DNA. It started with DNA, then it went to Goods, then it was a Verb situation. Excuse me. It was B Magic, it was Jack Boy Maine, it was people that he didn't even really shoot at, shout out to Top Floor Loot from Philly. Of course, I'm from Philly, so it makes sense. But, Top Floor Loot, he shot, he only made one song for Jack Boy Maine, and he said that's all he gonna give him, but he did a job on him. He did a job on B Magic, things like that. But then now it's like he just made Clean Up or Rum Nitty on Aisle 6, whatever the name of it is. I'm sure you heard of it. It's all over the internet. It's nothing that I really need to reference, but if you look up Jay Mills, JAEMILLZ, and you look up his latest diss track, it's Aisle 6, and it's a diss song for Rum Nitty. And he's basically in Walmart in a uniform, going at Rum Nitty. And this is his third one, but this is a classic bop. I'm not going to play it because I'm sure you heard it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's not getting that much of attention as it was at one point. And it seemed like, just to go back to my earlier point, it seems like when he started this, battle rap was on a serious decline. This particular diss track situation that J Mill got going on and kept going on for a little bit since, like, what, October, November, and all over really pretty much Goods trying to diss him and say what he's not. And DNA saying he needs to update his resume. And he did a heck of a job updating his resume. And he had all of these battle rappers coming at him. But the one big thing it proved is that the majority of the battle rappers that went at him had no concept of rapping on beat and how to diss. Although battle rappers sit there and try to tear each other down on a stage a cappella, what they do on stage and what you do on record, J Mill showed you the difference. And most of the battle rappers that put something together proved the point of what people have been saying for a long time, that battle rappers can't put it on beat. But it also shows you that somebody that can rap to a beat can convert easily or more easily to a battle rapper. And it's not to say that all rappers can do it, but I can guarantee you a higher percentage of rappers can be battle rappers versus battle rappers being rappers, if you understand what I'm saying. And I say all of that to say this. Sue Surf recently got released from prison, and he started a frenzy. He first started talking about the situation of the spaces. And then he started talking about how battle rappers are befriending the fans. Like, they dating fans, they, going to battle rap events with fans, they hanging out with fans, they becoming too accessible. And that's crazy, because normally when you a star, looked at as to be a star, you don't want to be hanging out, and I don't mean this in a negative way, with the common folk, the fan. And the reason being is because you want to maintain a level of mystique. And you can't maintain a level of mystique if people hanging out with you. It's like, he like one of us now. You know what I'm saying? And then Surf got to the point of restoring order in battle rap. He talked to Murder Mook. And don't get me wrong, I like the conversation. I like the way it was going. But he tried to young boy or down talk Murder Mook. But in my opinion, I hear what some people saying, but in my opinion, I felt like Mook not only matched his intensity, and it wasn't a scream match. They were having a conversation. It's all over the internet. If you in the battle rap, you want to go check it out, just type in Sue Surf Murder Mook conversation, and it's going to come up for you. It was in the spaces, but also Battle Rap Trap, put out audio, and it was other people that put out audio, but I heard it through Battle Rap Trap. And like I said, he was talking to Mook, and he was like trying to downplay Mook, but Mook wasn't having none of it. Mook was letting him know, like, if it wasn't for me, y'all guys would make no money. And I step off so y'all guys can make money. And that's the outcome. And regardless of how you feel about the plan, what's the outcome? And Mook has a very good point. And then he went on to talk about some other things. And then, but I don't think he's really checking out Murder Mook's resume, because Murder Mook has a seriously in-depth resume when it comes to this battle rap thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got his losses, but he has some major wins in different eras at that. You know, because Mook was the 2000s, Mook was the 2010s, and now Mook is the 2020s. I don't know if Mook was before that. I know Cassidy was in them 90s. You know what I mean? My man from Philly. Cassidy was in them 90s. Reed was in them 2000s, them early 2000s. But so was Murder Mook. And Murder Mook and Reed had a battle, and I mean, it was less desirable. I think what it was the beginning of the transformation of Mook into this new style of battle rap. So he hadn't quite caught on yet. And I think it was like the decline for Reed, because Reed hasn't really been the same since that Mook battle. You know, win or lose, whatever. He hasn't really been the same. Now, he did have a good performance versus Easy the Block Captain. Really good performance. I liked it because Reed youngboyed him for real. And I mean, if you're an Easy fan, yeah, you're gonna say, well, you know, and I like Easy. I'm a fan of Easy. And the hardcore fans is gonna say, nah, Easy won that. But if you're from Philly and the way he came at him, you're gonna take Reed in that one. That's one that you can honestly say, if you looking at it objectively, you can honestly say that Reed beat Easy. But anyway, to take us back, Murder Mook was the focal point. So they went at it, and I feel like they sold a fight. So if there is a fight between Murder Mook and Sue Surf, and it's coming to a theater near you soon, it's because of this. And it's a great feeling. Now, the next person that Surf talked to was Easy the Block Captain. And it's all one conversation. You know, it went from Murder Mook to Easy the Block Captain to A-Ward. But Easy the Block Captain and Surf, they was on there. And you could see the mutual respect. But I think Sue Surf kind of young boy Easy the Block Captain. And Easy the Block Captain was talking like, oh, you see what I did? Aren't you proud of me? This and that. Like the things that a son would say to a dad. It's how I felt that conversation was. Not so much a young boy, but like a son talking to his dad. It's like Surf was really sonning this cat. And you got to watch it with Surf, because Surf will take that information if they have a battle. He's going to take that information and package it well and use it against Easy. And I think that's the danger. And like so many other people, except Mook, like I said, they were so happy to see Sue Surf that they forgot about his antics. See, Sue Surf has particular antics that he uses when he goes into these battles. He has war tactics that he uses going in to these battles. It's as if he read the book, Art of War. And he uses every little thing to his advantage. Don't get me wrong. Surf ain't always been the best. But the latter part of Surf prior to him getting locked up was really, really good and really, really focused. Because there was a time when Surf wasn't giving you 3 rounds, or he wasn't focused. And one of his best battles in that stretch was the John John battle. Because John John chased him and chased him and chased him. And he BTA'd John John the Don. He also put it on Cortez. He also put it on New Jersey Twerk. Surf is a dangerous guy when he wants to be. And I think that time that he spent in prison, he might be really focused. Now, it's kind of hard to say what type of Surf you're going to get. And like I said, he may be more focused now. But it's still hard to say what you're going to get. Especially being on a hiatus like he was. I mean, you know, with going to prison and everything. So, we're going to have to see. We definitely going to have to see. And then, so, that talk that him and Easy had, I'd have to say Surf had the edge on that one. And then there was talk of A Ward and Tsu Surf. And A Ward was like more thankful and probably happy to be talking to Surf on such a grand scale. Surf drew such a crowd going into them spaces. It was his own space. Wasn't like he was sharing that with anybody or anything. You understand what I'm saying? So it was all good. But he kind of like sunned him too, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I understand A Ward has this demeanor or whatever, but one thing I say is, if a battle is going to come out of this situation, then I think they need to be more more combative, if you will. You know what I mean? And I think that some of them felt like if I came off that way, maybe he'd mute me off, get me out of the spaces. So maybe that was their line of thought. I really don't know. I'm not in their shoes. But me personally, I'd have went at him. Just because he hadn't been in the game. He's been absent from the game. I mean, but he did make some good points. Especially the way it was before he went, you know, and did his time to when he got out now. It's a lot's changed. You know, Easy left gun titles. He went with Remy Ma. You know, you had the Chrome League. You also got the Trenches. And that's residuals right now. Like, the Chrome is residuals because some of the main stars that was with Chrome is gone, you know. Like, some of the main stars. Jay Moore, Muwap, Texago. You know, these guys are gone. And I guess they got a new cycle. They got Dre Majesty. They got King. King is part of that original regime because he went through that tournament. But King is mean. Yes, King is mean. King is mean. He just had a battle with Eunice, and he showed that his levels. And you know, they've been hyping Eunice up, URL, you know, and other people in the spaces and Doc and all that. They've been hyping him up, but Eunice, BTA, yeah, respect King, and understand that you need to be, you meaning Eunice, you need to be more prepared going into these battles against your classmates and things like that, because it's easy for you to win a battle or even be competitive in a battle when you got a lot of information on somebody. But when you don't have that much information and it's just all about creativity, it seems like that's where you fall. And King is accelerating. King is putting the foot to the gas, and he's not turning back. He ain't even he's not even looking to see how far you is in that mirror. He just doing his thing. So you must understand that when you get in that ring, you got to do your thing. But to take us back, all the way back full circle, I asked a question. Was Jay Mills the prelude to the resurrection of battle rap? Because Surf came back and it seems to be a different interest. But now, what I would like to see, if I see anything, I would like to see Sue Surf get in that ring and see the type of crowd he's going to draw. And it's, you know, for some of my own selfish reasons, for some of the selfish reasons of the culture, because we need to get back to a strong battle rap. A strong battle rap. It used to be nice to sit down and know that an event's going to be an event. Now you just don't even know. I'm at the point where, you know, I got the URL app and I watch, you know, what's on the URL app, and they've had some good matchups. But nothing great. I just want something great. That's it. If you can give me that great hotness that you used to do and how you used to do it, I'll appreciate it. But the whole thing comes down to, we need that old thing back. Once again, make these moments confirm. You know what I'm saying? We want that old thing back. I mean, it ain't got to be exactly the way it was, but it's got to be somewhat the way it was. And if we can get that and get back to where we was, or a resemblance of that, then it would be great for the culture. And on that note, like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep me in the algorithm so I can do bigger and better things. And I hope you enjoy your night, your day, your afternoon, whatever. And you have a great day. See ya.
Movavi.